Okay, good morning, everyone. Today I'll be looking at my Bitcoin trade. First of all, of June. Today is the 5th of June, 2023, and I'll be looking at my Bitcoin trading plan from here on the bearish side and on the bullish side. And we have two plans in play right now. It's either we're coming all the way down to $13,000 or continuing this bull run for the $2,000. So 47, 48, 42 to $48,000. So I'll be breaking it down by doing a quick top-down analysis as a market structure trader. And usually I say it on my group. If you're a market structure trader, you know how to run the markets, you know how these smart money, you know how to run to build a market, even though it's dubious speculations, but you know your levels and you know how they're building. You will always be a winner in the market. So in the market right now, you can see that we have this structure for Bitcoin since 2017. This is my first, level we broke out from. These are last higher high. So we came back and we tested. So this year, $15,000 liquidity. We'll find out very soon, I guess, because here, the market might actually come back all the way to 13,000. As I've said before, 13,000, take that liquidity and find 12,000, 13,000 stop landing before going back up. But I don't want to be too bearish because that would be a complete backspin or disaster for the Bitcoin price. So I'll go on the bullish perspective I have in my head by going to the 1 hour time frame and assume that we might not lose these, and assume that we must not lose these, the head and shoulders pattern that built on the daily, that has a daily target of $35,000. Is it $35,000? So let my network load. Let me show you something. So as you can see, on the daily from here, we have a bullish, on the $34,000 area, you can see that we have a resistance where we broke out from. This was our previous lower high. Then we came and formed a lower low. So this was where the market actually broke out from. So this is how I look at my market entirely. So this is a move I'm currently looking at, and this was our last low. This was our last low, the market. So you can see how the market has been trending. So this was our last, support. Here was a resistance, now turn support. So usually what I do is I flow the market by using market structures and most important areas of value, support and resistance to trend the entire market. So if I can go to probably, I don't want to touch this, but I'll just use this. Because some people call this a W pattern. I would rather use this terminology of a head and shoulders pattern, because I believe this was a head and shoulders pattern that broke to the upside. I guess that broke to the upside. So if you can make here, support, $25,000 support, that will take us all the way to break and market structure break and retest strategy, like take us all the way to the next resistance of $34,000. So what am I looking at? I'm looking for a trade, a bullish signal trade that will take me all the way from $25,000 to $34,000. So that's about $10,000. If you're using 10x, that's about $100,000. That's if you have one Bitcoin. So I'm driving this market all the way from the 4 hour time frame. So that's why you're not seeing this. So I should take this off and say that this is our most important area of value right now. That's the $24,000, $25,000 area. It's the most important area of value right now. That if $25,000 breaks and we test and become resistance again to take us all the way to $12,000, support. So are we going to these areas? That's what we're about to find out. Because if this head and shoulders pattern fails and break and retest this most important area of value I'm looking at right now for Bitcoin to take us all the way to $12,000, liquidating everybody here. I guess until before we can start finding a move back again to be in a bullish market. So is the bullish market over? We're about to find out. So I will just take this off and go to my follow time frame and start driving this market for you. How I've been saying it according to as a market structure trader. So as a market structure trader, this is my listing load. So I'll do one or two very, very important. How I've given this signal since I think since 20th of May till now. If you want to watch any of my videos or follow my channel, you will see what I'm talking about. Where I give the signal that definitely, is it May, April, May? I don't know. I said definitely we are going to break to March, April, May. We are breaking these head and shoulders pattern to the upside. Probably go to the 30,000 major resistance area, which is at the top. There's a resistance overall. I don't know why my network is low. Is in my system overall. So I'm looking for a Q zone. I'm looking at this market trending because Bitcoin is still in massive bull run. As you can see, we've broken according to market structure. This is a good market structure. You can see that we're doing an Elliott wave, and you know cryptocurrencies love Elliott wave. 1, 2, 3 always break a major resistance. 4 cannot go below 1. Then go to 34,000. So this is the Elliott wave I'm looking for on what's it called, Bitcoin. Then we can probably do an ABC move to the $25,000 area again. Findings, demands around this $25,000 area will take us all the way to 42,000, 40,000, breaking this major resistance again to the upside. I guess so. That's 1, 2, do maybe 1, 2, turning this place to changing character back to the upside and retesting it. Then 3 breaks, 4 enters, very conservative entry, then take us to 42,000. That's as a good market structure trader, that's what you should be looking for. Right now, trying to come back to this Q zone, this Fibonacci Q zone. I guess, and so if we can get an entry inside this Q zone, finding a proper, maybe a 1 hour change your character, 15 minutes change your character, break and retest, or any sharp continuation, a bullish continuation pattern, I will enter this trade and ride it all the way to $34,000, which is our what's it called, our, if I should take some things off, which is our head and shoulders break and retest pattern. So it might take, I'm a swing trader, as you guys know, and this is how I drive the market. And if you watch most of see this being right in most of my videos because I drive the market the way I see it. So I tend to, take my readings from as a market structure and a price action trader perspective. I don't use indicators much. You can see my chart. The only indicator I use is what's it called, my EMA, my 20 EMA that usually guides me most of the time, and probably bringing a smart money concept in to see if there's any bull. Definitely, as a swing trader, you can see that I usually price action and market structure itself, just follow the market. So you can see that my Q zone, my Fibonacci Q zone is aligning with the retest of the head and shoulders pattern from the weekly and the daily. I've shown you that before. So whatever I'm saying here, let me go and drive it properly for you. So I believe you guys understand how these market makers tend to take your money. Because I have a strategy, not just a strategy, there's something I've discovered in the market psychologically that these people do something they call accumulation spring mass pain, to form a structure. That's how they accumulate and take both up and down. So to me, I believe these I'm sorry for the slow system. The system has been on for like 1 week now without going off. So I see this as an accumulation that spring and it's going to cause mass pain, liquidating early buyers Because this to me is liquidity. Liquidating every buyers into the kill zone, then find the switch back to the upside and take us to 34,000. So this is what I'm looking at. Aside from that, there is something else I'm also seeing. What is that? Let me show you. The market does find liquidity by, to me, this liquidity, it has taken that liquidity at the top now. So it's finding a way to, continue this sharp, doing a drop-based drop strategy to the upside, because whenever I see this, whatever I look at the market is liquidity. That's where the market wants to go to. I look at liquidity, I look at how they manipulate. So I choose my path when I'm saying liquidity. I did a video on saying that definitely will come back to this bearish pressure from the $30,000 area. Are you getting? So as you can see, this is a bearish pressure that we're having right now until it breaks. So this is liquidity also building. So I'll tell you this is liquidity building for a bigger picture. I'll show you why I said that's going to be liquidity also. So I follow the liquidity pools and the liquidity concept, how they are taking people out of the market. So I should draw this way, you can see that this is, to me, is liquidity, because if the 4-hourly time frame is taking liquidity at the top and found resistance on that liquidity trend line, definitely is going to continue this market, find a way of continuing this market to the downside to enter a Fibonacci kill zone before coming back up to find liquidity, come back and make it this place, maybe find the resistance, support, break it, retest it conservatively, that's safe haven back to the upside. Again, so this is Bitcoin, what's it called? This is what I have on Bitcoin for the next 2 months for you. But right now I'm driving the market because this is liquidity for me. So I'm driving the market. I placed something on my Telegram group yesterday why I'm bearish on Bitcoin. Are you getting it? So it's either will come back. So I'm going to the 1 hour time frame right now. You can see the way I am doing these what's it called? Bitcoin move from the monthly to the weekly to the daily to the 4-hour hash, going to the 1 hour time frame right now to find out whatever happened during the weekend. During the weekend, you can see that Bitcoin was consolidating inside an ascending triangle, which is a bullish continuation pattern. But definitely, you should use your brain. That what is the market saying overall from the daily time frame? What the market is saying from the daily time frame is this: that we had market structure. We couldn't break to the upside. We broke to the downside. So this market has turned bearish already. So that means that they are just using this, what's it called? Price action pattern, ascending triangle pattern to deceive people to start buying, thinking that we break and retest and, find the trend line. It's possible. Are you getting the board? The bulls are not ready to, gamble on that kind of gamble because entirely the market is bearish. They are seeing this liquidity at the bottom. So how do you think the bulls will just want to come in and waste their money when you cannot? There's liquidity at the bottom here. To me, this liquidity, they need to come and take everybody out, causing accumulation, spring mass spend. So that concept has always helped me to flow with the way the banks think. So whatever I'm saying here right now is that taking a sell trade from here, a short trade. So I've seen this broke out already. So I'll be taking a short trade from here, putting my stop loss here, and taking this trade to probably $25,000 area where we'll have what's it called? $25,000 take profits. Here we'll have a Fibonacci kill zone. So taking this trade all the way down to this side, here we'll have a Fibonacci kill zone. So I'll take it probably $25,000 is my best bet right now. So according to that trade, that's a six risk to reward ratio. So I'll put my stop loss probably above this liquidity up here. So I don't want any funny case scenario. So let me just say 5 risk to reward ratio. So this is what I'm looking at right now. Because we've broken down according to market structure, change character back to the downside by doing this, coming up, then breaking down, changing character to the downside. So we're testing this. I don't care how long, if you like it to expand, I know to come back test this entry, sniper entry, take me to 25,000. So this is what I'm looking at because I need this liquidity taken out below $26,000 area. So this is my Bitcoin swing trade I'm looking at, and this is a very good risk to reward, 5 risk to reward ratio. Um, from $27,000 to $25,000 $2,000 on the 20x is about $40,000. You get it? The 20 years about $40,000. If I have 1 Bitcoin, if I have 10 Bitcoin, it's about $400,000. So this is what I'll be looking at. So you use the proper risk and money management. Don't even though the market is doing whatever it's doing, and I've analyzed it, and I'm always right. I cannot be always right all the time. So, but this is the way I flow the market, by knowing my important areas, flowing with market structure, and see how it's building, and just flow. Flow. Don't assume, because a lot of people would have assumed that, oh, this is a bullish continuation, is an ascending triangle, an ascending triangle is a bullish continuation pattern. If before I would have even entered the buy, I would have waited for this retest, and I know from the hourly and daily time frame that this is a bearish rejection area which might take us down. So this is a stupid buy from me, from just here to here. Yes, and so that was why I was just waiting for the continuation, let the market flow according to the bearish pressure, and that's change character for me already here. So I will just put change of character here already. Also broken structure to the downside. That's a change of character. So coming back to retest that broken structure, then rejection again takes us down. So this is what I'm looking at right now on Bitcoin, and I would like you to flow the market with me, because if this is a confirmed trade, 5 risk to reward ratio I'm looking at right now. So this is my first Bitcoin trade, taking us down to the downside, because if we go back to the 40 time frame, you can see that the market was actually flowing well. You were the one that was failing to analyze the market incorrectly, because this was an accumulation phase, which that it takes all this liquidity from the top and find any continuation pattern, which is this. What is this one right now is a drop base drop strategy, taking all this liquidity out before finding a way to pass back to the upside, changing character again. So if you flow the market like this and you are patient enough, definitely you might not always be wrong. I guess it. You might, at least out of 10 trades, you might win up to like 5. As it 5, no. Check on my trade. I don't think we've lost much of our swing trades. I don't think we've even lost any swing trades since the month of May 2021 till now. This is 1 year, 100% accuracy. If you are patient enough, you should know that definitely this market was doing is in a bearish phase already, because we actually changed character to the upside here. We broke down our change character to the downside here. We came back to a test supply. Into market structure, we came back to a test supply area. We couldn't break it. Then we came back, broke structure to the downside again. We now did this liquidity concept by going back, taking liquidity, entering this supply zone, finding the bearish pressure. So definitely we need to come back down again, breaking structure before even finding any means to go back to the upside, as you can see. So this is just a rough sketch I've just done for you right now. So overall, you can see that we did an Elliott wave 1, 2, 3 is always long, 4 came back, 5, then do an ABC move back to the upside by breaking here, changing character to the upside and retesting this bearish pressure, then go. That's how I see the market. The market moves in waves, and if you understand the waves, see whatever is going on, you always be right. So this is what I have in the market right now from the hourly time frame, and I like the hourly time frame because you can flow very well with the hourly time frames. Whatever is doing right now, watch out for this market might definitely come back, find this bearish pressure before going down. So watch out for your risk to reward. Make sure you use the proper risk to reward, and make sure you find out your important levels of resistance. So this is just Bitcoin for you. Do I have something on gold? Yes, I think I have something on gold also, but I can't do it with this Bitcoin, so I'll do it separately. But for now, let me upload this, and for educational purpose, let me upload this Bitcoin. What's it called? Let me upload this Bitcoin. Here's the Bitcoin chart I was using just now. So let me upload this Bitcoin. What's it called? Chart for you. But remember, on the daily overall, we have we are still in a bullish period on the daily because we have a head and shoulders pattern break. And we need to retest that. We need to retest this head and shoulders pattern break, which is, you see my bias right now. See where my bias is coming from. We had a head and shoulders pattern, the daily break. So we need to retest. That's what I'm selling. That's what I'm selling. So here takes us to the next, what's it called, $35,000 area. Yes, and so if we can get this before we know that, so I have to trade for the next 2 months for myself, breaking down to $25,000, then going to $35,000 to check the major resistance. Then cannot break. They will know that we did something, one, two, three breaks, four tests, then five before we can battle. So I'm still like 80% sure that we will, I'm still 80% sure that we will come to $35,000 before even battling around this area to know if we're coming to 13,000 or going to 40 something thousand dollars. So this is what I have in my head, and I know that this is how the market flows. These are the waves. So if you're following it very well, you will never make errors and you will never make mistakes. So end this video here and share with my community and see how we can make money from this Bitcoin chart, as I can see, because it's clean to me. Bitcoin is very clean to me. So I see no reason why we should be losing money if Bitcoin is this clean. So take care and bye for now. Bye bye.